to show you exactly what the pink champagne lifestyle is about. You've probably been seeing it all over social media. So, really quick, I'm going to break it down to you. And if it's something that you're interested in, you are going to be able to get back to the person who showed you this video or who shared the week supply with you. Any way that you have been able to tap into the pink champagne lifestyle, we're super excited about it. And we want all of you guys to be a part of it. And so we want to talk a little bit about what it actually is, because it's something, that's spreading quick, super excited. Africa's taking off. The United States is taking off. And we're going to get this all around the world, guys. And so the incredible thing is you have the opportunity to spearhead this with us. Okay. And so it's not just a product, but it is a lifestyle. And so you see some of my awesome teammates that are here with me in the photo, guys. We all have adapted to a lifestyle of elevation. Okay. A lifestyle of elevation. I'm going to break that down to you and explain to you exactly what all of that means. All right. And so my quote that I've used, as I've grown up and decided to become a successful entrepreneur, having that dream of being the first millionaire in my family, having that dream of traveling around the world and just everything elevated. I remember the first time that I ever joined into the online network marketing industry. And I was sitting next to one of the people who signed me up in the business, and they had a Rolex on their arm. And I said, Jesus, I want that watch. Right. And it wasn't about the materialistic things. It was more so for the status. Right. When we tell you to come quickly because we're living amongst the stars, my vision is to have 100,000 people who are living an elevated lifestyle. We want 100,000 people living amongst the stars with us. And so I'm super excited about this pink champagne that we're introducing to the world. I like to call it the happy hangover. All right. And if you've ever had a hangover before, they're no one's friend, but the happy hangover, because this product is literally changing people's lives. And one of the reasons why it is changing people's lives, guys, is because it's obviously not alcohol, but it gives you that mental clarity and that focus. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, but let's just talk about what the pink lifestyle, what the pink lifestyle is, right? The pink champagne lifestyle. I call it the happy hangover. It is the beginning of a successful life. You increase your spirituality, you increase your finances, you increase your health, and you increase your lifestyle, right? So it's all things elevation, right? And so the thing about it, a lot of people want a lot more from life. They don't know how to enter into the beginning of it. And guys, sometimes it's about taking the first step. And the first step is a door that will get you into that lifestyle. And that is what the pink champagne diet represents. It's the beginning of an elevated life for you. And we keep it simple with one product at a time. So now what is the system, right? We've tapped into an incredible health and wellness drink. It is a superfood, right? And it is absolutely incredible. If you're like me, brain fog, feeling tired, waking up and feeling like you got to go back to sleep. And you're like, I don't know what's the matter with me, because I'm getting the rest, but I'm still tired. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? And you drink 4 or 5 cups of coffee and it's like nothing is fixing it, right? And I think a lot of us experience that. That has a lot to do with our digestive systems, anxiety, depression, all those different things. And so the reason why I call it the happy hangover is because one of my best friends, she was actually drinking the drink, right? And I went over her house and I seen that she had the drink sitting there, and she is not a big product person. And I said, wow, every time I come over here, you are drinking this pink champagne. You're drinking this Extreme. Why? And she said, I noticed that the next day after drinking it consistently, I feel happier. And I said, that's interesting. And so she wasn't even selling the product. So she had no reason to give me a testimony like that. And that's how we came up with the happy hangover. Because when you consistently drink this drink 1 to 2 times a day, you all of a sudden feel mental clarity. You feel focused. You feel like you can accomplish things. It heals the digestive system. I know for a lot of you guys, you probably have experienced what I've experienced, what they call the leaky gut syndrome, right? And what that means is you have those cuts cuts in your in your gut. And what happens is the food and the things that you're digesting, it gets inside of your bloodstream and it just gives you that tired, unclear feeling. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. So what the pink champagne, it's the X-Trim gas, what it's going to do is it's going to fix you. If I could sum it up, it's going to fix you. Some of you guys that are listening to this, you have dreams and goals and you inspire, or, you may be like the people who go to the gym for the first 5 or 6 days and all of a sudden you look up, 3 or 4 months have passed by and you haven't even stepped foot back in the gym. And a lot of that has to do with what's going on internally with us. And so what this product is going to do, it's going to fix you. Everyone needs this drink. And so as we go on the mission to help 100,000 people live a happier lifestyle, joining the Pink Champagne Lifestyle Gas, it's not just about the consumption of the product, it's elevated everything. It's the increase of your spirituality, your health, your finances, and the life that you live. And so you can get started with the opportunity for $139, okay? That $139, guys, is going to allow you to make $405, all right? $266 of that will be profit. I'll break it down to you. And then after you get into the rhythm of the system, we invite you to really join into the Pink Champagne Lifestyle, where we have training and people who have mastered what we call an elevated lifestyle. And we teach you how to increase your spirituality, your health, travel, your finances, all those different things is what the Pink Champagne Lifestyle represents. So it's only $139, guys, to join this business. You spend $139 one time, it turns to $405, guys. $266 of that is profit. So just think, if you're just good enough to do the system once a week, well, you're bringing an extra $1,000 a month into your household. So if you're working a 9 to 5, that's incredible. Now you can take $1,000, put it towards your rent, put it towards your car note or whatever. And all of a sudden you've got a little bit extra, and you're doing this simply from using social media. You don't have to clock in. All right. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars. Now we have some people who are really good at the system. And so what they do is they're able to do this system correctly twice, right? Meaning that they're making an extra $500 basically a week, which means that's an extra $2,000 a month. All right. And yes, we do have people on our team that are good enough with the Pink Champagne diet where they do the system correctly 4 times a week. That means they're making an extra $1,000 a week from simply posting on social media. If I could tell you anything going into the next month or the next year, what is $139 to you? What is $139 to you? It really is allowing you to launch a business that can help you make extra income. If you look at this picture here, the Pink Champagne Lifestyle is spreading very fast. This is us out in South Africa with leaders that are ready to live amongst the stars. We're going to keep it very simple. All right. And so after you decide to tap into, and remember, I told you, in order to tap into that elevated lifestyle, there is a door that you have to go through. And sometimes it looks like starting with a product. Sometimes it looks like joining with the right people who have the same vision and the same mission. There's a principle of success that I love to talk about, the law of the mastermind. Guys, you become like the 5 people that you hang around. And so when you see my business partners, even here on this page, the reason why a lot of us are successful is because we have the same vision and the same mission. And so if you're watching this, maybe you're contemplating, you're like, that stuff never works out for me. You've got to change your circle. You've got to come into the Pink Champagne Lifestyle where it's all things elevated. We read books. We increase our spirituality. We travel first class. We like the finer things in life. And the reason why we like it is because we know that we deserve it. And so many people have settled into a life of non-elevation because of the people you're hanging around. See, when I set out on the goal to make $100,000 a month, the reason why that was a goal of mine is because I had people in my life that were making $100,000 a month. See, what you think is far out and crazy right now in your life is because you don't have people around you that makes it normal. Okay. When I first purchased my Rolls Royce, it was because my good friend had one in her driveway. And whenever I would go to Houston, I would get in her car. So what happened was, to some people, a Rolls Royce is something that's, something they can't even imagine. Well, that's because none of your friends have one. And so what you got to get really good at is increasing your friendship. And when you increase your friendship and you've got people around you that are on a mission to elevate, all of a sudden, the things that you think are so far away from you become something that you expect. The reason why it becomes something you expect is because people in your circle, they have it already. So my question to you when it comes to joining into the pink champagne lifestyle is, there's a scripture that says that the latter days of my life will be greater than the former. Okay. In order for the latter days of your life to be greater than the former, then it's something that you have to ask yourself. And the question that you have to ask yourself is, what are your friends talking about? The people, if you look in your call log right now, what conversations were you having? Because when I look at my call log, even from this morning, the average person that I've had a conversation with this morning either makes over $100,000 a month, or it's people inspiring to make over $100,000 a month. So stop feeling like you're so far away from what is next in your life. When I tell you to join this movement quickly, all right, because we are on a mission to live amongst the stars, I genuinely mean that. And the door to get into that lifestyle, guys, may look like a product. It may look like a product that makes you feel happy. It may look like a product that allows you to eliminate brain fog so that you can actually focus and see your way through to what your next version of life could be. And so as we tap into 100,000 people living amongst the stars, again, I remind you what that looks like. What that looks like is an increase in your spirituality. I want to be so confident that when I open my mouth and say, God, you're so incredible, I want to know that he hears me, and I also want him to respond. This comes through the intention. The intention to increase your relationship and your spirituality. When I look at my bank account, I don't want to scroll through the app really quick because I don't like what I see. I also do not want to be the person who justifies the lack of elevation that I have in my bank account because of, that's just how it is, or everyone's not lucky, or no, it's your circle of friends. It's the group of people that you hang out with. Take your bank account, go through the last 5 people that you've had conversations with on the phone, take their income, divide it by 5, and that's how much money you make. I promise you, okay? Increasing your health. The older that we get, you can't afford to let yourself fall off anymore. That's why we're a part of this lifestyle. You got to walk every single day. You got to pay attention to what you're eating because you want to get through the door of fulfillment. You want to get through the door of purpose, guys. That's what the pink champagne lifestyle is about. And you want to increase your lifestyle. I'm not sitting in economy. I'm only going to go in first class. I'm not coming if there's no VIP section because I know how much I'm worth. See, a 9-to-5 was created. A 9-to-5 was created to get you to stop, to give up on your dreams. It was created for you to believe that an increased lifestyle is not for you. It was created for the person crazy enough to live amongst the stars and for you to hold them up there. The creator or the owner of your business, and there's nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 if you're working part-time on your fortune and full-time at your job until your part-time pays you more than your full-time. The part-time is this opportunity that I'm showing you right now, because as you duplicate this lifestyle out and you begin to help other people become successful, your income is going to increase. And you know what? Sometimes you might not see the big picture. Then you want to take it step by step. And so as we're on this mission for 100,000 people, guys, the question you got to ask yourself is, do I deserve more? If the answer is yes, then the second question you have to ask yourself is, how do I get more? And that is when principle comes into play. I want you to look at your call log. And when you look at your call log, I want you to take the 5 people that you're hanging out with, and you're the average of them. And so what happens is, as you get really good at partnering up, friending up, I should be your friend. If you could work with me, I don't mean to sound cocky, but if you could work with me, why not? For the opportunity to be able to partner with someone who loves hard work, who's committed to an elevated lifestyle. What starts to happen is when you look at your call log, all of a sudden you're having conversations with seven-figure earners, and you can FaceTime seven-figure earners, and you go to events where there's multiple seven-figure earners there, and you go to events and all of a sudden it's hundreds of thousands of people there that have committed to getting amongst the stars. The star life is more so recognizing the value and the purpose that God created you for and deciding that you're going to walk into that direction. And sometimes it looks like switching your friends up. So now you partner with someone who has a mission and a goal, and maybe right now you might not be clear on what your vision is. So then what you do is you partner with the vision. And you see that, guys, this movement right here can pay you an extra $10,000 a month in residual income. It could pay you an extra $20,000 a month. I've got friends that make $1 million a month. And if you had asked me back in 2015 or 16, $1 million a month, if some of you guys are listening to this, like $1 million a month, like, come on now, like that's just, you're selling a fantasy. It's a fantasy to you because you're not in that galaxy. And you know what's crazy? You can decide to fly up to that galaxy before it's actually your reality. And it comes by changing the circle of people that you hang out with. So listen, all of you guys that are watching this, you can get started in the opportunity and launch this business, guys, for $139. That $139 is going to flip to make you $405. You're going to get your money back, but then you're going to be making the extra $250 a week. You're going to be inside of our team group. Guys, we travel, we have fun. We do live a life of what I would call elevation, and it's only getting better. So we're looking for people right now who want to launch the Pink Champagne lifestyle. Be the boss of your city. If you look at my teammates right here, we're all from different parts of the United States and the world, all right? And we have committed to making sure that we help 2,000 or 3,000 people live amongst the stars. How do we do it? Well, we're going to start with this drink. We're going to start with this drink because it truly does give people a happy hangover. I'm super excited for you to test it out. I'm super excited for you to start the business. If you're watching this and you're like, man, I want to get started. If you're really ready to go all in, start on the 280 pack. If you like, I'm just ready, start at 139. And if you say, I would love to get started at the 139 or 280, I don't have it right now, then you want to start on the $49 pack. Listen, super excited. You want to get on a Zoom call where we're going to be breaking this down even more to you. But I want to tell you something. If you want to live amongst the stars, you first have to get around people who have that same goal and that same desire. I'm grateful for you guys. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you later.